Alright, welcome back to Axis and Allies. Gonna be picking up an Allies game here against SNEAKPEAKS. Yep, good stuff. Standard 4-2 for the Russians here. Let's see how the 9-12 fares this time. Alright, good luck to the Russians here. Okay. It doesn't matter, alright. I was a bit worried there. Hey, not too bad. Above average, I'll definitely take that. Very, very nice. Right, come on, Ukraine. That's pretty bad. But we could have been punished a little harder than that, so... Good, amazing stuff. Finish them off. Excellent stuff. Very happy with that. That could have turned out a whole lot worse. Very, very nice. So yeah, I'm currently playing 3 Allies games, 1 Axis. It is very easy to get an Allies game queued. Pretty much instantly got matches. And I had like 3 failed attempts to get Axis because I was too impatient, so I just cancelled it. Went for Allies, instantly got an Allies game. So yes, I'm going to be playing roughly 4 to 5 games, recording 2 of them. Hopefully the ones that I do record are entertaining enough. So yeah, this will be my moves here. Pretty happy. Well, it's been an okay day. My allies starting playing today. My allies games have been pretty solid Russian opener. So hopefully there's good. Well, more good things come. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, leaving on sack. Pretty difficult for the Germans to deal with without risking planes, so we might get lucky there. And I seriously doubt he's going to hit West Russia because Ukraine exists, so I don't know if he can stack Karelia. If he stacks it, I might actually hit it. I normally do it as an empty threat, but I might give it a go of hitting it this run. So, that was a pretty successful Russia round 1. And I'll be back with UK round 2. Alright. UK round 1. 7 infantry, 2 artilleries, 1 bomber for the Germans here. Bomber, artillery, infantry to Italy. Artillery 6 infantry to Germany. Took Karelia, sending a small stack. 4 infantry and 1 AA gun. Killed the destroyer in Season 17. Took Trans, losing 1 infantry. Took Ukraine, losing 4. Very happy with that. Attacked Season 10, losing the sub. Wow, he did both. So you're not only telling me that he did both. He pulled one off, so fair enough on him. He went in Season 7 light and has a cruiser left. Interesting. Yeah. Lost 1 single submarine. Great. He must have one-rounded me or something. Well, I'm happy he didn't pull everything off. That would have been quite ridiculous, but it's fine. Now, I've done some pre-planning here. Yeah, so hopefully this speeds up my turns here. Russia's going to try and take all these. And I'm going to try and heavy trade this to delay him so I don't have to worry about defending West Russia this turn. And I'm going to get 2 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 aircraft carrier, 1 fighter. Right, I think I've decided to take out this this battleship. Take out this cruiser as well. And this transport. If hopefully I do have the cruiser left over, so the carrier is not on its own. Then it's roughly a 50-50 battle, I think. 4 fighters on... Well, it's 4v4, right? So... And here... I could take 2 infantry to help take Trans. I don't think Trans needs help, so am I taking Borneo? I could run them away to Sea Zone 33. I'm probably going to do a kill Germany here, so I could just save everything. Well, that's the case. Do I sack the transport for France? Okay, so I think what I'm doing against the Japanese this turn is simply taking out Destroyer and Transport in 61. I'm just going to move the Transport to 33. Yeah. So he has to commit 1 fight to take it out. Which will take a fighter away from these land combats, so I might get lucky if he does that. He might take slightly heavier losses. Right. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't think... I could take France. Nah, I'm not going to take France. It's fine. I'll just hide the transport in 11. Because this sub's going to be alive. I'll buy a destroyer with the US. I normally do it in a KGF anyway. It kind of escaped me. The US will deal with it. The most annoying position he could go is, I don't know, like 12 or 22. 9, I guess. I don't know, you could try waste some of my time, but I think this will be it for the United Kingdom. I'm not going to take Guinea. Just hoping that my fence is good enough. Sub is on submerge here. I do expect the ships to die. Hopefully the plane does survive somehow. Alright. Good luck to the United Kingdom. Outstanding. Been a while since since doing that. Every single plane got their hit. Good stuff. Hopefully I do 1 round this, so I can keep the cruiser. Very nice. Yeah, he's there. He can't reach. Good stuff. Excellent. Very happy with that. It was up to him. Does he leave the cruiser, the transport I mean, pick it off? What I'm going to do is move... What am I putting there again? I think I'm going to move 4 infantry. And a gun out, I think. I'm going to try and bait him to go for India. Whether I could defend it is another story. So I need 2. From Australia. So I'll have 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 3 fighters on Burma, so if he does attempt to stack it. Yeah, I'll leave the infantry here because he's got to expend 1 fighter here, so that could risk if he goes for Burma or Yunnan here. Fair enough, if I get a hit, he's at most he'll have like 4 infantry. That should be fine. Yeah, this is good stuff. This also protects the planes if he decides to airstrafe, which is pretty strange to do. Don't think he's gonna willingly do that. It doesn't make much sense to me. Carrier, fighter, artillery, infantry. Yeah, so yeah, he can't take India this turn. Better change that. So his odds, if I just quickly calculate this, shouldn't be too good. Yeah, it's a 50-50 battle. I'll definitely take that. If he goes for it, he will be losing planes, most likely. So. Alright, well that is the end of UK round 1. We're back for USA round 1. Alright, USA round 1. 3 transports, 3 infantry for the Japanese. Took out the cruiser in 61. Took Yunnan, losing 1 infantry. Took Anhui, no units lost. Took Buri, no units lost. Burma, no units lost. Attacked Sea Zone 53. And lost a fighter and a... That was pretty successful for him, and sub did survive. My sub submerged. That's fine. Just going to kill the sub now. Now this is interesting because this is the first game in a long while where the US has been delayed by the Sea Zone 11 attack. And Japan's also done Pearl. So the US doesn't really have anything to its name. It's probably the weakest I've seen the US in a little while. So it really is going to take time for the US to get in the thick of it, really. So hopefully I can get them involved. I can get them involved round 2. by taking Morocco. And then doing Medshuk. I don't know if I want to do Medshuk though. I think I will stick to safe Norway. We'll see. Yeah, I've lost the majority of my navy, so yeah, the US is crippled. So I'm just going to do a standard kill Germany first buy. 2 infantry, 2 transports, 1 destroyer, 1 aircraft carrier. And the US will be doing only this combat. That is it. In fact, I can send 2 fighters. I can send 2 fighters because the carrier will be in season 11, and then round 2 I'll move it to 13. Then the fighter from Western can make it there. That is it. There's nothing else to do. The Russians will take this for free, and these 2 targets are not weak enough for me to justify hitting them. Okay. Quite unfortunate, but I'll take out the destroyer. Don't need to do that. Oh, I could actually. Yeah, that is correct. That. Well, that's it. There's nothing else to do. Unless one fighter can make it there, but they can't, so... Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else. There's no tank here, so I don't have to worry about him attacking Kazakh round 2. And I'll probably move the fighter into... I think, yeah. I will be holding it this round. I'm going to be taking these 2 territories and attempting to take Karelia. If I do fail, I still should have enough material in West Russia to stop him from taking it. That is the idea. Oh, better move him. Carrier, destroyer, 2 transports, and 2 more infantry. Yep. I don't think I need... well, I could get artillery. What's he planning? He's most likely going to stack Karelia next round. So the artillery is kind of redundant. No way he stacked Ukraine, it makes no sense. So I think I'll get as much bodies as possible here. As many bodies as possible. So I'm doing 2 infantry. Fighter, 2 infantry. 2 artilleries, 2 infantry. Fighter. Now, I don't want to commit my tanks. What I want to do is, hopefully I do take Karelia. And then I want to put my tanks in... India. In the Caucasus here, so I can send them to India if they're needed. That's what I mean. I think this should be everything. Do I commit a tank to the cause? It might be strafe worthy, but it still runs the risk of him taking West Russia. So, depending on, he obliterates it though. That's the problem. I have an AA gun, but he could just throw his tanks forward. That won't matter. Yeah, I don't like sending this much material forward, but it's 6 on 5. Alright. Good luck to the Russians. Good stuff. Alright, this is where the rolls matter, boys. Oh! Oh, wow. Monstrous. Absolutely monstrous. I cannot believe that. That is so disgusting. Oh, bless. I feel stupid for overcommitting. Oh, sucks. A lot of material down the drain. I want to force him to use, at least one of his planes here. Oh, that sucks. I wish I didn't commit so much. I've never seen infantry perform that well before. That is truly outstanding. And he didn't get a single hit back. I just don't have enough material to even consider counter stacking. Wow. It sucks. That's a... I mean, the move that... I perform the move sometimes. Put the AA gun and a couple infantry forward to hope you get an overreaction from the Russians, or they commit too little, right? So they fail taking the territory. I've overcommitted heavily here. He didn't get a single hit back, so my hit back potential on the front line is quite high. I've got to bank on that, really. It is very unfortunate. I could stick the AA gun forward. But it's like he doesn't have to use... Ooh, it might elicit a strafe from him. He might not be comfortable pushing forward. I mean, why would he not? West Russia isn't really anything to be scared of. I put the AA gun forward. Because it might elicit him strafing. Depending on how many hitbacks I get. And he's probably going to be hesitant to commit planes. So he might just commit 6 infantry, 8 tanks. If I get a monstrous first round, my hitbacks, he might be very hesitant and run away, which I'll take that as a win for Russia. That's all I'm hoping for. If he takes it with, like, I don't know, 2 infantry loss, then he could probably stack it and I can't do much. Yeah, it's kind of crazy the UK can't get involved in trading yet because of what happened in the Atlantic here. But anyway, enough yapping here. This should be it for the Russians. I will move tanks to Caucasus. Yeah, and it sucks losing my only artillery I currently have, but should be fine. Alright, well that is the Russians' turn. A nice healthy 31 income. I could consider a fighter buy, but I might just mass infantry with artillery. It's quite solid, and I'm going to be losing quite a lot of infantry on Germany's turn here. That's 7 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 AA gun, most likely. So that's a lot of material that Russia will lose. I just got to hope for hitbacks. Alright, that is the end of Russia round 2. We'll be back with UK round 2. Okay, UK round 2. 7 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 artilleries for the Germans. All into Germany except 1 infantry. Blitzed Egypt, took Karelia, losing 1 infantry, which is very painful. Quite insulting to only kill 1. I did calculate it. On average, he loses 3. So he really did get a good result there. That is quite painful. Part of me wishes that my Russian attack wasn't so flawless, so it wouldn't have hurt so much. Yeah, he took Ukraine, no units lost, took Belarus, no units lost. So a perfect round for the Germans, pretty much. And of course he stacked Karelia. I cannot stand up to that, the Russians. But I can hold West Russia. He cannot pry that from me. Actually. Ooh. Did not realise he had those 2. Now, with just Russian infantry and allied fighters, it's a 70% in my favour. It's probably not a good idea to go for that 70%. Well, for me to stick with the 70%. Because the allies are nowhere near making progress on taking these points away. But he might take that. Because he doesn't need land units, right? To take any of this stuff back. So he could probably go for that. There's a 4% chance to conquer though, so maybe not. Maybe not, but I've left a note to consider on Russia's turn whether I need to send the Russian tanks to India to help defend. That's pretty much it. And the US will kill this sub. With my UK, 2 infantry, transport destroyer, and a fighter. I already have 3 transports total across the map. So I'm only going to get 1 more, and then that's it. I've just got to wait for the UK to arrive. So I could get some more bonus planes. That would be nice. Yeah, I think he might be going for India with the Japanese. He did do free transport by. So he does have Japan free timing, I do think. I think I will blitz this. Question is, am I retreating or am I could just take this, actually, and retreat. Because I need units to get to India as soon as possible, so I will abandon it. I think I will attempt to take Burma back. Might commit an artillery piece. Because I might want... I don't think I mind him stacking. If I can hold it, great, but I think I need to send as many fighters as possible to Russia here, so I can actually send the tanks if need be. This is it for the UK, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even need these fighters here, so they can actually help stack West Russia. As long as Russia kills these units, we should be fine. Yep, alright. If I'm not mistaken, that is everything. Nothing else to do. Good luck to the United Kingdom. Yes, the US must take it out, otherwise the sub simply kills this transport. Yeah, that should be fine. And then these guys will make their way back to India? Does have... Oh, okay, well, he could... There might be the off chance he takes it back. Yeah, I'll go back for now. That's fine. And I'll move the tank here so I do actually have a little bit more attack power on Burma itself. Wow, the US is going to be super delayed. I might actually have to send the first batch of units to Europe, and the second batch to Africa to clean up. Because I need the allies on top of Germany, like ASAP. Right, 2 infantry and a fighter. Transport and destroyer for season 7. And that's it. That's nice. It's basically a transport return that arrives for the UK here. So yeah, essentially I'm paying for a transport return with this little This little chain going on. Yeah, I mean, we're quite behind. It's not been the best Allies start. I don't think. I don't remember. I'm playing 2 other Allies games, and compared to this one, those 2 are performing very well. I'm in very, very comfortable positions. Not to jinx it, touching wood. It's just, of course, I record the game that I'm struggling in, so hopefully I do pull off a win. But yes, my other Allies games are doing very well in comparison. Alright, well that is the end of UK round 2. I'll be back for USA round 2. Alright, USA round 2. 6 infantry, 1 industry for the Japanese. 6 infantry for Japan, 1 industry for Manchuria. Took Soviet Far East, Sichuan, Xinjiang for free. Took Kwangtung, no units lost. Took Yakut, no units lost. Took Burma, no units lost. So a pretty strong round for the Japanese here. It looks like he's not falling for the India trap here. He's sending quite a decent chunk of Japanese towards Russia here. I'm going to be able to hold West Russia for 1 turn, and then I have to back off so I can dead zone Kazakh. With the Russians, I think. Yeah, that's pretty big, actually. Yeah, that's 7 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 tank. The stack potential, which is concerning. I'm going to have to calculate India on UK's turn and leave a decent UK stack in Persia so that I could 1-2 punch it if I need to. Right, with the USA here, 4 infantry, 2 transports, 1 carrier. Right, I'm going to take out this submarine here. There should be no problems dealing with this problem here. I'm going to bomb Karelia here. And I'm going to take Morocco. He can send a bomber after season 13, but I doubt it. US fleet is a bit too big for that. And that should be everything for the US. One, two, three, four. Alright. Let's lock these in. Good luck to the Americans. Alright, so we lost the bomber. I'm playing a couple other Allies games and that's happened twice. I lost the US bomber on its first bombing run as well in another game, so... Yeah, that's certainly less than ideal, especially since this is not going very well for the Allies. The Axis do have a pretty decent lead. I didn't really need that. Losing that bomber, that does suck a lot. They don't even need to move. I don't need to move anything. Alright, so I'm going to sacrifice these Americans here, fill the Russians. And that is it, I think. I could have air raided that, but knowing my chances, I'm probably going to lose the fighter. Yes, so 2 fighters, cruiser and a carrier should be too much for 1 bomber. Did I calculate India? I think I did. India does not need Russian tanks. So I'm just going to stack everything I can into West Russia here. It doesn't look like he's going for India. It looks like he's just going straight for Russia with both Axis members, which is quite effective. Yeah, so I'll just simply stack everything I can in West Russia. Right, carrier, 2 transports and 4 infantry. I do have a small surplus because I did lose 2 transports at the beginning. So yes, the Americans are arriving now. A turn later than I would liked, but can't really do anything about it. He did pull off season 11, so fair play. Right, Russia, 31 income. Do I choose to get a 3rd fighter? I don't remember. How well did Russia round 1 go? He lost 4 infantry taking Ukraine. I'm just thinking, like, you know what, I could actually get... I don't know though, because Russia's... No, because Japan's approaching, I don't think I can get a fighter. I mean, I can buy one, of course, but... That's not okay. So what I will do an aggressive artillery buy. Make sure Kazakh is as dead zoned as possible. My 3 tanks will be available and my 2 fighters, so if he really insists, Russia and the UK should be able to deal with the problem. I'm giving up West Russia round 4 anyway, so if he's trying to bait me to hit his stack, so I have to give it up. I'm already giving West Russia up, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do this. I need some more artillery anyway. So I'm going to do, I think, 1 infantry. And 2 here, 1. 21 income. 23, 25. You know what, I'll send 2. I did calculate this the other day. I don't remember the calculation, but it was a comfortable 80%, even without the tanks. Me putting the tanks there just solidifies it, I'm pretty sure, unless I've horribly miscalculated. 11 infantry, 3 tanks, 7 fighters should be enough against 5 infantry, 8 tanks, 4 fighters. I seriously doubt he's gonna have odds on that. So yeah, I'll commit extra to try and take Bellow here. This should be fine. Germany did have a slightly rough round 1, losing those 4 infantry. So I should be able to get away with this. He only has 2 infantry to trade, so if I don't take any losses here, it'll be a tough battle for him. Alright, let's lock these in. Yep, good luck to the Russians. Alright, good stuff. Excellent. Very nice. Yep, that's not an easy battle for him. If I had an AA gun, I might actually consider putting the AA gun forward. Just because I want to retain this infantry here. Because he has 5, so it's yeah, I don't know, do I do that though? I think I leave it there, it should be fine. Yeah, I'm just going to pause here and quickly calculate Germany's odds. Alright, the Allies have a 99.1% chance to hold. With the tanks. Without the tanks, it goes down to an 85.2%, and he has a 4.1% chance to conquer. With a minus 43.7 attacker profit. So yeah, 43 IPC profit for the Allies. I could offer that and leave the tanks in India. But I don't know, I don't think I need to. Would it be a bad idea? 2, 3. Hang on a minute. I completely forgot. Yeah, he has a fighter, an extra fighter and a bomber. So, no, he actually has a I actually have a 48% chance to hold. Okay. So it's a 90, yeah, I forgot that he had these 2 here. Yeah, a 91 to hold with the tanks. Alright, I'll keep it as that. Without the tanks, it goes down to a 48. That's pretty incredible. Alright, that'll be it then. I'll leave the infantry here to trade. It's fine. All of this will turn orange, and then yeah, Russia will have to trade this, hit this, and the UK might have to take after. It depends whether or not he stacks or not. Yeah, I'll just do 2 and 2, because yeah, he's not gonna stack that, so I don't need 4 artillery here to threaten a punch. So yeah, 11 infantry, 3 tanks, 7 fighters, 91%. $25 IPC for the Russians, very nice. Right, well that is the end of Russia round 3. Back for UK round 3. Alright, UK round 3. Now I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, because it is Christmas Day and I have half an hour to take my turn because I've been busy all day with family. Yeah, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas. It will not be coming out anywhere near Christmas, probably in January, but I wish you good times. Now, the Germans bought 8 infantry, 5 artilleries, 4 and 6 to Germany, 1 and 1 to Karelia, 1 infantry to Italy. So you failed Ukraine, losing 2 infantry, I'll take it. Took Bello, losing 1 infantry, took Egypt, no units lost. And further stacked Karelia. Now I might be able to hold West Russia with the allies, but Japan is arriving, so I'm gonna have to give it up to make sure that Kazakh is properly dead zoned from the Japanese. Yeah, I can't have Japan sitting outside my back door. It's too much of a risk. So yeah, we will be retreating here with the UK. 3 infantry, 1 artillery, destroyer, fighter. As my buy, I think. Pretty decent buy for what it needs to do. So I'm going to take Northwestern Europe heavier, and then just take 1 infantry and take France for free. I've left a note for the US to take Norway and to blitz the tank and take all these territories. Get right into Germany's face. Hopefully he does attack back. Splits. So the stack is smaller. I'm going to have to send more US infantry to deal with that. And I'm going to offer Japan to stack Burma and decent odds to win India but not conquer India. If I can get him to do that, to fall for the trap, his transports will be out of commission for 1 whole round. Where the UK should be able to recover, and there'll be Russian tanks available to assist, I think. Of course with allied air support. And I think that's everything. I'm not doing anything else. Yeah, so I want him to stack Burma. So I'm offering it to him. I want him to fall for the India trap. That's basically what I'm banking on, because the allies are hurting quite hard. Yeah, this is it for the Great Britain. Now the idea is that Season 8 is safe from these fighters, but not this bomber. I'm going to stick a carrier in 8 with 1 fighter. Then stick the cruiser and destroyer in 6. Deploy the destroyer in 6. And then the US will then stack their small navy into 6 and take Norway. I'm offering him a 30% battle with the German Air Force. Mind you, if he goes for that, he should take heavy losses. On average, he has nothing left. 50% chance, not even that. There's 70% chance that he has nothing left. and roughly a 10% chance. On top of that, to have one bomber left, so I'm very happy with that. It's not a very good profit for the Allies. It's about 3 IPC profit, but if I could take away his air force, Germany will be hurting a lot. That's the idea. The prize is only 1 transport. Is it worth it? Maybe. But the US will be arriving with more navy shortly. The US will be able to arrive this small fleet into 9 with these guys, and then could restack 6 to allow the UK to buy more ships. And he should have no air force left. That's the idea. Anyway, that is it for the yapping, I think. I do need... Oh, I do have an extra cruiser, actually. I don't think there's any point in myself offering a battle on 9, season 9 with this bomber. So I'm just going to stay safe. The tank. And now I gotta decide what I need to defend India. So yes, I'm offering him a 26% chance to conquer. If I take any more infantry out, it jumps from a 26 to a 43, which I'm not very comfortable with. Let's offer him a 24. So I should have 5 infantry, 1 AA gun, 1 artillery, 1 tank, 5 fighters. Right, this submarine, got 1 hiding there. Could go into 46. If he comes to 49, I run away to 31 or 30. Or 35. You run to 22. And that is it for the UK. I'm hoping... Well, he doesn't use a calculator, and he goes for India. I'm hoping it looks light enough for him. He can bring 7 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank, 3 fighters, 1 bomber, 2 battleship bombards. So he outnumbers me, I'm pretty sure. Not by much though. Alright. This guy will stay put, and then there's a nice little decent stack in Persia to dead zone Kazakh with the Russians, right? Right, lock these bad boys in. This could come back to bite me. But yes, I have a 73% chance to hold. And he has a 24% to conquer. If he conquers it, then fair enough. He does have a response with 2 infantry, 2 bombards, and 2 fighters, and any bombers that he could potentially buy. But to keep the pressure, he could build an IC in French Indochina or East Indies, and eventually he'd pry it from my hands again. But that should have been enough time to slow him down, I'm hoping for. Right, yeah, the US has their orders, I just have to wait for their turn. So, yeah, good luck. This is some serious bait, we'll see if he falls for it. But it's still 5 fighters, it's quite a big danger in a tank, but I've left it light. And hopefully he sees this and thinks, yeah, that's light enough, and goes for it. It's a 16 IPC profit for the Allies on average, I think. Yeah, we're slowly climbing, but the Allies are hurting, especially the US, more than usual. That is the end of UK round 3. Be back for USA round 3, and Merry Christmas. Alright, USA round 3. 7 infantry, 2 transports, 1 artillery for the Japanese. 2 transports to Sea Zone 60. 1 artillery, 4 infantry to Japan, 3 infantry to Manchuria. Now, going up to 6 transports as Japan, I can only guess that he's going to send 1 to clean up Australia and New Zealand, and then 1 to go take Alaska, and then Hawaii. It's the only reason I think you would do that. But we'll see. Took Evenki, losing 1 infantry. Took Novo, losing 1 infantry. Took Kazakh, no units lost. Alright, so with the US, is round 3, and the US have yet to touch Europe in any capacity. I normally do that round 2 if I can. So it's a lot later than I normally would like my US. I'm going to get 5 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tank. The tank is for Africa. 2 transports. That'll be my buy. I was thinking of doing Med, Chuck, but I've already pre-planned to stack 6 with the allies. I'm going to take 1 infantry and simply just take Norway. If he wants to take it off my hands, he has to commit a tank to it. Not sure if it's worth sacking a tank for it, but he might think otherwise. I'm going to push the infantry artillery forward. And that is it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I would not be surprised if he pulled that sort of move. So I might leave the fighter behind. He can stack 4 land units. An Alaska play, he could perform that, I guess. Just to take it and stack it with 4 land units. Could, like... That's probably perfectly fine. That would cause some harassment to the US. Maybe, I mean... Yeah, I mean... So far, he's done a lot against the US that has succeeded. He could just keep up the pressure with Japan. That would be an interesting... the game would take a very interesting turn. Anyway, I think this is it. All the US. Right, I'm going to drop these 2 infantry off into French, West Africa. Right, so I'm going to stack the US on top of the UK Navy here. I think it's roughly an 80% in my favour, if I'm not mistaken. This fighter will retreat. I will send it to Russia. Just in case something goes horribly wrong in trades. I think I'm backing off. I'm backing off, leaving 1 infantry, trading Bello, ignoring Ivenki, taking back Novu and Kazakh, sending 1 infantry to Vologda. I think that's the idea for Russia. I'm going to leave a fighter in Western Canada. So if he sends like just 2 infantry, I'll send 2 infantry and a fighter at it. That might work. And send this guy here, and that should be it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not possible. Alright, all checks out. I think just simply sack. Not why you are. Just in case, if he goes for it. There is a small prize. I don't think it's worth Germany going for it. But he could, right? Yeah, I do expect him to come after Alaska here, so I'm just going to prepare some units. Right, just mass infantry for all the Russians. See if I can get lucky here. Ignore these guys, then I need to take Novo and Kazakh. It's either that or he's going to do a big drop on Burma. Oh, he can't, actually. Actually, India's quite safe. I think this is quite obviously a targeted assault against Russia with Japan. So I think these UK units will simply move into Caucasus here. He only has 2 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 fighters. And a battleship bombard. Yeah, I can move a pretty decent chunk and trade Burma. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so dealing with this. Infantry artillery, I guess. I don't think I can stack. Kazakh here. I think there's too many Japanese. I could attempt. There's no can opener that exists just yet. Do I attempt to stack Kazakh here? He only has... It's not much firepower. 3 artilleries, tank and 4 fighters. It's not much. And I can stack a huge decent portion of the UK and fighter support. I'm going to see my odds on holding Kazakh here. I'm just thinking, I think I can pull off a decent Kazakh stack. But then Germany simply just stacks West Russia. uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. Because I don't have enough killing power on West Russia, he might just simply push forward. So yeah, I'm just going to scratch that idea. Stack Russia here. We'll go for one round. If I miss and he gets a hit, just a simple retreat, that is fine. So good luck to Russia. Unfortunate. Well, I would rather take Novo, after all that. Ah, what a joke. Right, can I please take Kazakh back? Can I do I get something out of this round? Alright, good stuff. Alright. Yeah, one artillery deployment here with 3 infantry should be enough to potentially trade Ukraine next turn. I could give this up. This is so annoying. But I'm still getting 7 more Russians next turn. I'm hoping Russia has enough to ward off a potential stacking. But the Japanese fighters are available. So since this guy is not falling for the India bait whatsoever, he's going to stack here regardless with the Germans and then stack his fighters on top. I don't think Russia could do anything. I'd have to give up Caucasus straight away. The only thing I can really count on is I might be able to dead zone the Caucasus with both Russia and the UK. It's the only thing I have going for the Allies. This could be pretty bad actually. It's a matter of build up in these fighters. Alright, let's lock these in. Alright, both blocked. And then I'm trading these two. Hopefully he does fail one of them. Yeah, not ideal. But a failure, a draw. Yeah, could have been a lot better, but I think Russia's okay. Right, that is the end of Russia round 4. I'll be back for UK round 4. Right, this is unexpected. That's the end of the game. I'm not sure what happened because the account, I think this guy's SNEAKPEAKS, anonymized, uh, and forfeited. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened because I had 2 hours left on my to take my turn. I'm not sure. I guess the count was deleted. I don't know. I've never encountered this before. Um, yeah. I think it was advantage axis at the moment. It's quite a forward defensive position that the Germans have taken. He stacked France, which is denying the UK its income to really boost themselves up there. Say that, I think I did take France last turn, but and Japan was going straight for Russia, which is exactly what well, I don't know, it's when I normally play the Axis, I normally go straight for Russia, make it a team effort because Germany, if it's a kill Germany game, Germany can't take on Russia. Most cases, right? Unless Germany gets a killer couple rounds and takes Russia round 3 before the Allies can even respond, right? Um, what did he do? He did a full split. I think he did season 7, 10, and 11. Yeah. Yeah, only lost one sub in season 11, taking it light, which is pretty impressive. Went took out the American assets in 11 and failed 10. If he pulled all 3 off, that would have been it'd been a pretty credible start for the Axis for sure. That would have been perfect for the Germans to buy like a sub or a bomber return just to keep the sea zones dead, right? It'd take even longer for the Allies to prepare for a kill Germany game, right? It's been a little while, but this is the the weakest my US has been and slowest it's been in a while. Doing both 11 and Pearl leaves the US with literally no assets. Yeah, very well delayed. America's not even involved yet, really. Um, an entire round slower. Besides that, there's not really much to say. My allies were had been slowed down quite significantly. Um, I think the allies were starting to clamp down. I was going to go for the Norway Shuck to hopefully kick him off and open the doorway to Europe here and bridge the gap to help defend Russia. But yeah, it didn't continue past the point, so yeah, and it was my turn, so I didn't get to buy anything. So yeah, it's very rare that you see a Japan go for 6 transports. I was expecting him to split one off, take Australia and New Zealand, and one to split off to take Alaska, then Hawaii. But who knows, right? Alright, well, yeah, that's the end of this game. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time. I'll catch you in the next one.